In this tutorial, we're going to show you a little bit more about how to use styles to quickly format your documents. In particular, we're going to show you how to take styles that you have developed and apply them from one workbook in Microsoft Excel to another. A quick review before we start. We're going to click on January and B1, drag over to December. With the Home tab selected, we'll click on Cell Styles and just pick one random style here from our pre-made styles. And I'll do the same thing for the states on the left side. Click on Cell Styles and pick another style. And I'll do a third for fun with the numbers. Click on Cell Styles. I'll choose currency with no zeros after the decimal. And there we go. I just applied 3 styles to my entire worksheet very easily. So let's assume that we have a style that we create that we want to use in another workbook. Well, to do that, we'll create our style first of all, and I'll click on New Cell Style. I'm going to unclick this, by the way, here. Cell Styles, New Cell Style. And let's say that all I want to control is the number, display, and the font. So I'll uncheck these boxes. We'll create a name for our new style. We'll just call this Test for now. And then I will choose the formatting I want. Let's go down to Century Schoolbook, and we'll use a 9. And we'll also take the number format, and we'll go with currency with no decimals. And I'll click OK. And OK again. Now I have a new style. If I click on my cell styles, here's my test. And you notice when I hover over it looks like it's going to show what it looks like. I'll click on it and I applied it. To apply it to all of my numbers, I'll highlight them all and then click on Test. So if I want to take this style, which I've become very fond of, and use it in another workbook, what can I do? The easy way to do that, if you're not going to use it for a ton of workbooks, but just a few on occasion, is you open the second workbook, the one you want to use eventually. I'll click on File and Open, and I'll open this Test 12. And then I'll click on Cell Styles in the new workbook and click on Merge Styles. I click there. It says, well, what other open workbook do you want to take the styles from? And I'll click on States and Sales and click OK. Merge styles that have the same names. I've done this before, so I'll say yes. And all of a sudden it works. If I click on Cell Styles in this document, I now have Test. And I had already applied Test to these particular cells. I want to apply it to this cell. I click here, click Test, and there I have it. So that's a very easy way to apply styles from one worksheet to another. But you ask, well, what should I do if I want to do this all the time? I'm going to close the second document and not save the changes. And if I have some styles that I want to use frequently in all my new documents, well, first of all, what I'm going to do is create a template. And we'll have more about templates, but I'll show you a quick way to do that. I'll highlight everything in my document and delete it. And I'll also click here on Borders and click on No Border to take that out. Oops. Need to highlight them all again and click on No Fill. There we go. Now I have a blank sheet. So if I want to take any cells that I have, any styles I've created here and apply them to all documents in the future, or many, how can I do that? If I click on Cell Styles, I still have my test. I could even change my normal style if I wanted to. But let's go ahead and assume the 1 is the only one I created that I want to use a lot. So what I need to do is save this document now that it has no data in it, but it still has my new style. I'll click on File and Save As, and instead of a workbook, I'll click on the down arrow and I'll save it as a template, an XLTX document. And we'll just call this Test 1 and click on Save. So now I save that style sheet as I saved the document as a style sheet. I'll go ahead and close it. And then let's open a new document. Click on New. And now, instead of just clicking on Blank Workbook, I'm going to click on Personal. And here is my Test 1. So it's going to load the new document with my new style sheet called Test 1. And now if I look to see, let's put a number here. And if I look very carefully, this is a style that I have available. I also can click back on Normal and I can have my old normal, or I can click back here and use my test. So if you have a group of styles that you create in a document, and often there would be many, and you want to use them in many future documents, simply delete the data and save that document as a new template. And it's always available. All you have to do, don't save the changes here, is click on File, New, Personal, and your template or templates should be available to you.